Yo, what is going on, Show Nation? It's C-Brev. Today I'm bringing you guys a hitting tip. A question I get asked a lot on stream is how do you learn to take pitches or work the count or drum or walks? And the easy answer is always just to get reps, learn the strike zone, blah blah blah. But this video is going to be a really easy way for you to kind of set yourself up to draw more walks and take more pitches without even having to really do anything in game, because it's all preparatory. This is a strategy that I use that I haven't heard anything really similar from other people around the community, so I kind of just wanted to share it. Maybe it helps you out. So this is my second account that we're looking at right now. This is my current lineup that I have set up. And the nice part about a baseball lineup is there's 9 slots. So actually what this strategy involves is deciding ahead of time when it's okay to swing for each player in your lineup. So you're going to want to pick 3 players that it's okay to swing first pitch, 3 players that you're not allowed to swing until you have 1 strike, and 3 players that you're not allowed to swing until you have 2 strikes. Now that does not mean that if it's a 0 strike player that you have to swing first pitch. It just means if it's a 1 or 2 strike player, then you literally put the controller down. Or if you want to practice, the PCI, you can just take, what I do is I'll do like this, and I'll just take my right thumb off so that I can't push the swing buttons, and then I'll just track the ball with the PCI. So you can either put the controller down if you really have bad plate discipline, or you can do what I do, which is just to track the ball but not swing. And this really helps a lot because, especially if you randomize it, there's no real way for your opponent to know when you're looking to hit first pitch and when you're not. And so they might think that you've been too patient, and they might feed one in down the middle first pitch thinking that you're going to take it, but it's actually a 0 strike player in your lineup. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. I think this is a really powerful tool because, once you're in the game, the decisions have already been made for you ahead of time. And I really like it a lot. So we're just going to kind of go through my lineup and what I like to do. You can also get more in depth with it. I do this as well. You can change what players have what strike allowance based on if you're facing a righty or a lefty. So obviously it may be more important for someone like Andrew McCutchen to be able to swing with 0 strikes against like Kershaw, because if you get a ball down the middle versus Kershaw, you need to be able to jump on that. But against a righty, obviously Kutch is much worse. So against someone like Nolan Ryan, who you're trying to work the count with anyway, Kutch may move to a 2-strike player. Generally what I like to do, I like to have my 2-strike players at leadoff and 8-hole. That's because typically my leadoff hitter has speed, so if I can get a free walk with speed, that's always nice. Jose Reyes isn't the best hitter statistically anyway, so it's good for me to kind of take pitches with him. But I really like having 2-strike allowance in the 8-hole, because a lot of times people will pitch around your 8-hole hitter to get to your pitcher, and that's actually good for you to turn the lineup over, especially if there's 2 outs. That's a walk that you definitely want to take so that you're not rolling over into the next inning with the pitcher leading off. So yeah, and some guys that I like to have available to swing first pitch would be like Keith Hernandez, who has insane hitting stats, probably comes up with runners on base, and doesn't have a lot of speed, so him on base isn't really a threat. That's someone I look to swing first pitch with. And so just really quick, what I'm going to go through is each individual player in this particular lineup, how I've set it up. So against righties, we're going to take until 2 strikes with Reyes, Zobrist, and McCutchen. You can see how this is evenly spread out throughout the lineup, so we're being randomly patient, if that makes sense. It's really hard to pitch to someone who's set this up ahead of time. The guys that we want to look to swing when we have 1 strike on us are going to be Tony Gwynn, Alex Gordon, and Russell Martin. And then that leaves us with a 0 strike of Matt Williams, Keith Hernandez, and the pitcher spot. Now you might be asking yourself, why is the pitcher spot not a 2-strike scenario? And that's because we already have the 1 and the 8. And so if we did 2 strikes on 8, 9, 1, it would all be 3 in a row, and it kind of gets rid of the variance or the ability to kind of stagger it throughout the lineup. I don't typically advise swinging first pitch with your pitcher. I'm just saying if they lay you a meatball in there, then you might as well swing at it. The odds of you getting on base with a pitcher anyway are so low that you might as well keep intact your plan rather than try to draw a walk with your pitcher, which will almost never happen because no one will actually let you do that. So I hope what I'm saying is making sense. Also, having the 0 strike rule with the pitcher spot is nice later in games because you can swing first pitch with pinch hitters, which is typically a good strategy if you have runners on base, because people do not want to fall behind in counts late in games with runners on base. So yeah, look at it from your perspective. Try to pick 3 guys who it's okay to swing first pitch, 3 guys who it's okay to you can't swing until there's 1 strike, and 3 guys who you can't swing until there's 2 strikes. And I guarantee you guys will see your walks and your on base percentage start to go up because of this plan and this strategy. One last thing I want to say is you can even go even farther with this with a random number generator, and you can change it every game. So you can have you can go to random.org and just have it generate 9 numbers between 1 and 3, and then obviously 1 is swinging with no strikes, 2 is 1 strike, and 3 is 2 strikes, and then that will actually randomly pick for you what players can swing where, and then you can re-randomize it every single game so it changes. It's kind of like poker ranges where you can basically be a robot in your strategy while still having the strategy, if that makes sense. But that's going to be all for the video. Let me know what you guys think of this strategy in the comments below. Please drop a like and subscribe for more MLB The Show content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.